Hey everybody, this is a quarterfinal game in the SSFA playoffs between the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to put this game up. I may not be able to do all the play-by-play, but maybe I can get somebody to join me in here. Probably let it go silent for a little bit. See if anybody's around. Tennessee got the ball first. There was a sack. Let me turn on other highlights. Something I forgot to do in my own game. It is on. So the Titans didn't even get a first down. They just got that Olivier Vernon sack, which put it into the drive. Kind of a short punt, put them in deep field position, and then one first down for the Packers on an Alfred Moore short game. Now they're going to get 19 yards on this linebacker because one of the linebackers had moved, and it is first and 10 Packers at the Tennessee Titans 17. So enjoy a little silent broadcast here while I check some things out. Okay, we're back. We had Green Bay get stopped and settle for a field goal. And now on 3rd and goal, uh, the Titans miss on a guess wrong short pass from Lamar Jackson to Tyler Lockett. It would have been a must run guess right. Sometimes when you're guessed wrong, you're right. Sometimes when you're guessed right, you're wrong. So there's the extra point. I mean, not the extra point, the field goal. So we're tied up at 3-3. So 1:30 to go in the first quarter. So hopefully I can do a little play-by-play now. I may have to stop in a little bit. Actually, let me jump up. I think I should be okay. At some point, I'm going to have to go jump out for a little bit. But maybe I should do it now. Anyway, let's set this game up. It's the 4-5 seed. So the Packers are the number 5 seed. They're at the number 4 seed Titans. So that means the Titans get the average good pass defense. Green Bay gets the average. Let me see if these guys played in the regular season. Pitch out right to Alfred Morris. Guessed right. It's going to lose 2. Let's move this over here. So this is the first playoff game for each of these teams. They got a bye in the first round. Green Bay and Tennessee. Tennessee was 12-4. Green Bay was 11-5. And they did play in the regular season. A close game. It was 27-25. Tennessee over the Packers. With the Titans leading. The Packers made a late comeback, but they couldn't close the deal. They needed to get one more stop and get a field goal, and they came up short. Another spectator joining. So let me see if I can get somebody on the broadcast with me. Share this link out. Somebody can fill in. Bomb to T. Higgins being double covered. It's a nice double right there. Coach of the Titans is John Madden, not the John Madden, the recently passed away NFL coach, but John Madden, the doctor of chiropractic that is in our league. And the Packers are coached by Dave Scott, ex-journalist for, gosh, I want to say one of the Milwaukee papers or something like that. You have to tell me after the game. Where am I at? Sideline left to Marvin Jones. That's going to be white die 6, 9-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 1. I don't know where that's in the back of my head, but yeah, both these coaches are very good. Their defense, especially, I found both of them excellent. Tennessee has more of an offense with that Lamar Jackson card and those receivers and running backs behind it. But the Green Bay's defense was, I think it was 2nd in the league in points allowed. They had 286. Arizona led the league 276. So they were very, very good. And the Titans, 425, put them about 4th in the league, or 5th in the league in points scored. There's a short gain, quick slant to Travis Kelce. He beat the inside linebacker's pass rating, which was a 4. Let's take a look at the lines now. Since we're getting into this in earnest, we got Darrell Williams there, 5'7", 0'7" Dalton Risner, 4'4" Matt Paradis, Andres Pete 5'4", and Morgan Moses 6'4". Quarterback's Gardner Minshew, who has a very good short pass wrong card, solid flat card wrong and right. So now tackle right to Morris. Passes the call, but he had a man there. Moses made the block for the +6 or +1, and he came through. And the white die was a 6, so he needed every one of those ratings. 2nd and 4. So we have three quarterfinal games to go. One of them was played earlier today. Seattle got past the number 7 seed Seahawks, got past the number 2 seed Arizona Cardinals. Inside run to Morris. Guess wrong. There's a 6 nose tackle there, though. Can the left guard make the block? No, he cannot. He's a 0. It's a good pass blocker, though. So these are the seeding and the games in round 2 for the quarterfinals. Giants at Rams. That's the number 8 seed against the number 1 seed. 7 seed beat the 2nd seed. 4 and 5 are playing now. The other game is the 6 seed against the 3 seed. Kurt Retzlaff and his New Orleans Saints will host Tom Cook and his New York Jets. Wait a minute, I played Kurt. Kurt is the Arizona coach. Who is the Saints coach in this one? That's Scott Mueller, I think. Yeah. I know in another league, Kurt is Arizona. So let's go check out what am I looking for? .34. Packers have advanced it up to the 30. Fly to Chris Godwin. Single cover by a 0. John Mann's taking the chance. D-card could be trouble. He's flushing the pocket for 7. That's a first down in the red zone, or near the red zone, at the 23. Yeah, so here's the coaching directory. It is Green Bay oh my God, I said Green Bay is Dave Scott. Dave Scott's Green Bay in another league. This is Tom Veltri. He's the Packers coach. VTom 2000. So I'm glad I checked this. So I've been given, I don't know what Tom does for a living. He's not a reporter, though. Anyway, was it like Arizona's Kurt and New Orleans is Scott. Yeah, Scott Mueller, Badger IFL. Sideline right to Marvin Jones, going to pick up 5 on first down. And it'll be 2nd and 5. Now we're inside the red zone. Everybody just needs to take the same team in every league. You know, I got the Seahawks everywhere. Everybody knows if the Seahawks are involved, it's me. Kurt, sometimes he's the Cardinals, sometimes he's the Saints. I'm just kidding. I know everybody. I'm just lucky that there's not a lot of strap players in draft leagues that love the Seahawks. There's only one other one that I know. It's Jeff Smith in Frozen Tundra and Autumn Wind. 2nd and 5, slant to Kelsey, 3 men there. Guess wrong, covered by a 0. So John, who's really great at drafting defensive players, remember he has a good pass defense card, so that's incomplete. He's trying to turn around this team because he's got a rebuild or retool on the fly. He's got several zeros in there. But despite that, he still went 12 and 4. So he's got Amani Oruwariye as a 0 cornerback. Keela Weatherspoon's a 4. John Reed is a 0-0. Duke Shelley's a 0. And then we got 1-6, James Bradbury. Again, these are the 2020 SSFA quarterfinals, 2020 card set. The 2021 ratings were released, but the game is not out yet, and neither is the ratings disc. Minshew started off 7 of 8 so far for Green Bay, and Coach Tom. Get the stuff right. There's 2 Toms here. Tom Cook of the Jets and Tom V of the Packers. Mike Davis is in the backfield. In the 3 wide, O.T. Higgins is on the Packers. He had a great couple of first years. 11-yard pickup on a quick slant. It's changed. A quick slant to Kelsey. So, 1st and goal at the 7. 8 and 9 for Minshew. So if that game had been reversed, the Titans and Packers. The Packers would be hosting the Titans. As it is, Titans got the win in the regular season. They get the hosting honors. Titans went 3-1 in the fourth quarter to get that 12-4 mark. Green Bay went 2-2. This is such a tough league, though. There's so many 10-win teams. Every team that made the playoffs was a 10-win team. Everybody was beating each other up during the season. And whoever wins this one is in the Final Four. Off tackle right to Morris, 2-minute there, guessed wrong. My card, your card. Defensive end is going to get beat. Defensive end was a 5, Michael Brockers, but the white die was a 6. It's going to take it down to the 2. Packers will have second and goal 2 now. See if anybody jumped in. Nobody. Come on now. Got to get somebody in here. Let's see if I can attract a co-host. Quarterback sneak to Minshew. There's a run call, 2 minutes there, and he's going to lose 2. That'll set up third and goal at the 4. $9.18 to go in the half. Le'Veon Bell, Alfred Morris, and Dan Brown is the blocking back, or in the backfield, fullback blocking back. Kelsey and Godwin are the targets. I think they both have double team catches. No, they don't. Just Kelsey. Pitch out right to Le'Veon Bell. Guessed wrong is going to go nowhere. So he needed a 2, 3, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. They have some good chances there. But the 4, 5, and the 8 were the ones that didn't make it. (6-3) Packers. They decided to not go for it, to kick the field goal, and Titans will take over. So here's their backfield. Alvin Kamara is behind Lamar Jackson. Dan Arnold is one of the tight ends. Kyle Rudolph is the other. End run to Lamar Jackson. Guessed wrong. There's somebody in the zone. Three, 4 showing blitz. Pitch out left to Kamara. Nobody's there. Guessed wrong. Again, it goes in the D card, and the tackle makes the block. That's Orlando Brown Jr. So let's set up the line play here. From left to right, we got 6'5", 6'7", 5'5", 0'4", 4'4". On the O-line, defensive 5'9", 5'10", 6'10". So that's a pretty darn good pass rush for the Packers from their D line. KJ Wright's 5.53, Deion Jones 5.47, Kyle Van Noy is a 4.49. So there's a big matchup right here. Olivier Verdon up against Ty Nishke. That's where they got the sack on that earlier drive that ended it. First drive of the game, actually. So 3rd and 6. Lamar Jackson's card is not as good as his one 2 years ago. It's still pretty decent. See if he shadows the quarterback very much, because he has so many must runs. Taking their time. Hitch to Galladay on an all-out blitz. And that's going to go on the decode for 20 yards. Galladay advances at near midfield. 1st and 10 at Tennessee 49, trailing by 3. 6:36 to go in the half. Tennessee got the ball first to start the game, so Green Bay will get the ball first in the second half. Quick out left to Rudolph. There's a 5 linebacker there. There's a fumble after a 4-yard pickup, but the offense recovers it. That's going to set up. I'm sorry, it wasn't a 4-yard pickup. It was a 9-yard pickup. The card changed so quick. I don't think he'll try to advance it. So it'll set up 2nd and 1. 6 minutes to go in the half. One tight end fumbled it, Kyle Rudolph, and another one recovered it, Dan Arnold. On 2nd and 1, Rodney Smith checks into the game. He had less than 50 rushes, but I think on 2nd and 1, anybody can run the ball. There's Nathan. How's it going?
Hello. Just at work, so I may have to leave at any time here. I'm using my hotspot.
Cool. Quick sign to Kyle Rudolph. So, just to catch you up, this is the number 4 versus the number 5 seed. Tennessee has the better D cards. Green Bay has such a strong defensive team. They got a lot of passers on the line, including guys like Montez Sweat, 6'10", Fletcher Cox, 5'10", and Olivier Vernon, 5'9". Screen pass right to Alvin Kamara. Titans offense is led by Lamar Jackson and Alvin Kamara. Got some pretty good receivers in Lockett and Galladay, but a lot of 5s and 6s on that Green Bay defense. In the secondary, at linebacker, there's a strip sack fumble. The offense gets it back. So it's been tough going for the Tennessee offense. They actually had to punt earlier because of a similar play. No fumble, but a sack that buried him deep. But they've been playing good red zone defense, and they've held the Packers to 2 field goals. They've gotten a field goal themselves, and we got 4:48 to go in the half, with Tennessee driving after that sack at 2nd and 17. So take over so I can go do my thing real quick, and then I'll come back in case you have to leave. We'll be all set.
I think I might actually have to leave here in like 1 minute here, but
okay.
Yeah,
fair enough.
So I'll be back in a bit if you're still around. Sorry.
Sounds good.
All right.
Worst comes to worst, we'll go silent cast for a while, so no worries. Now it's Nathan joining us on his lunch break at work. That's pretty cool. Screen right to Kamara. So he's going to the flat pass game a little bit, which takes away some of Lamar Jackson's must runs, but it'll blunt that pass rush. That was only a 20% chance of a sack on the previous play, but it was a random roll of 6 out of 100. So a 9 against the 5. That's a 9-yard pickup on second down on Kamara's card. Guessed right on the flat pass, and it'll be 3rd and 8, just outside of field goal range. Let's actually take a look at the Tennessee kicker. They're good 2 through 9 and 12 out to the 32. Not very good 33 to 39, 2, 3, 4. So maybe he might run it here to try to get a little closer. Or he could just go for it and hope to get a dump off or straight completion. Green Bay's bringing the pressure, though. Kyle Vanoy 449. Deion Jones 547, joining those strong pass rushers on the line, along with the free safety if he comes on a blitz. And the secondary isn't that exposed because they got a 5 covering everybody, 5 or better. Walker's covered by a 6. Maybe a flat pass or a look-in pass. Screen right to Kamara. I was thinking Van Noy was going to come, but he doesn't. He stays home. If he had blitzed him, it would have been a 10-yard pickup and a first down. So he wisely keeps him home. Tom V calling a strong game. But the 3 yards did get them into that better field goal position, and they didn't get adjusted out of it. It'll be 6-6. So I'll take my break at halftime. Actually, I'll go now, and then we'll go silent cast for a little bit after this kickoff. Okay, back again. Looks like Green Bay advanced, but not very far, and then had to punt. 7-yard run off tackle by Kamara. Let's look at the ball possession. So they 3 plays minus 6 yards, and then they punted. And Green Bay's got it back with, or Tennessee's got it back, with 1:37 to go in the half as they use their first time out. 3rd and 1 at the Green Bay 39. Likely 4-down territory at this point. Kamara is the only back in the backfield, but Lamar Jackson's a pretty dangerous runner as well. It's a screen left to Kamara. 5 is there, and it's going to hit a blank on Kamara's card, so we'll see if I'm right about it being 4-down territory. John's a conservative coach, but goodness gracious, only 1 yard with probably the best guess right runner in the set.
Go ahead and again, Michael.
I kicked over the keyboard. Just getting comfy here. 4th and 1. See if he tries to throw it again, or maybe he'll mix it up. It was a white die 6 on that play, but it hit receiver reading and then hit a blank. What's the inside run rating of these linebackers? 5.4, 4.4. Free safety is a 5, 4.5. So if he brings the free safety down, lets the linebackers flood, can call pass or run, have some outs. He does call run. It's a button hook to Kamara. Guess wrong. There's a 4 there. The free safety's there. Doesn't matter because it's on the offensive card. Lamar Jackson guessed wrong flat is plus 11. If he had guessed pass, would have been turned over on downs. There's some butts. Tennessee poised to take the lead. Pitch out left to Kamara. There is a linebacker there, or actually, let's set the free safeties there. Doesn't matter again. It's on the offensive card. Short gain for 16 yards. And Kamara does not get out of bounds, but there's plenty of time left. 107. This will go down to 52 if he takes it, or wait a minute, 45 if he goes hurry up, and he does. It would have been 1 minute if he's timeout. 6-6. Tennessee looking to take a touchdown lead instead of a field goal lead. Quick out left. Nobody home. All-out blitz coming. Finds the only blank spot on Rudolph's card as the man assigned to cover him was on the line of scrimmage. So it went to the guessed wrong card. 2nd and 10. That had a 26 out of 36 chance of being a touchdown. Only 7, 3, and 6 stop it from getting Well, I guess 10 also is not in the end zone, but that would have been a first and goal to 2. Anyway, very few bad results for Titans, and one of them came up. 2nd and 10, again showing blitz. End run for Jackson, maybe? End run for Kamara? Jackson's got 7 end runs left, and we're almost at halftime. Quick slant to Dan Arnold. 2 men are in the zone. Guessed right. D-card could have been in trouble, but instead it goes on the offensive card for 7 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 3 at the 5. Timeout, 30 seconds left. Hurry up, 15? Hurry up, 15, yeah. See what he does. I'm going to just call timeout so we can get the right formation in there. Could go full house. More Jackson, 12 of 16 for 111 so far. He does use the timeout, and it looks like we are seeing the full house formation. Justin Jackson comes in the game. Sweezy and Nishki are the weak links on pass blocking line. Inside run to Kamara, 2 men there. Guessed right. It's going to be a 4-yard pickup. So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 1. Like I said, Kamara is the best guessed right runner in the set. Timeout, 22 seconds left. Spike the ball, 15 seconds left, and that's what he does. Saves his timeout. He'll have 1 or 2 shots, depending on if he gets out of bounds or throws an incomplete pass. So we'll see what happens here. Inside run to Justin Jackson, King Lamar Jackson, and Justin Jackson. The other Jackson of these Jackson 5. This is like Tito getting the touchdown here. Michael takes a step to the side. Hee hee. And there's Tito, ready to cash it in. So it'll be 13-6 at the half. Extra point is good. And we'll see if these guys take a break. I can go check on dinner. You guys playing these games during West Coast dinner time now? Come on. I'm trying to do my best to call them all, but it is tough. A little squibby. And we will take a break. Good viewing so far.
I gotta work out.
No, it's not. It's in the mail, bud. You were helping cause you, weren't you?
Yeah.
I didn't struggle. I didn't burn.
I should have, but I didn't understand the code. It's not fair. But once he deletes that, we can use it back.
Okay, looks like we're underway again. We're already on third down. First down was a slant to Knox. Second down was a slant to Kelsey. So 2 short passes, 3-minute zone on each. The second one was guessed right. I don't know what the first one was. Oh, looks like the first one was guessed right too because it was 2 failed double team attempts. Down and out to Mike Davis. 3-minute zone covered by a 4. But it hits a blank on Davis's card. So Green Bay will have to punt. That's not the way you like to start the half. Down by 7. But he came out throwing and just didn't get it done. This time it's a short punt, 20 yards and a 4-yard return. So Tennessee will have excellent field position starting at the Packers 41. In run left to Lamar. That's going to be a 30-yard run. That's getting done in a big spot. Takes it from the 41 down to the 11. You mentioned he had 7 end runs left, now down to 6. But you don't want to get to the end of the game and still have a half dozen in your pocket. So he comes right out and uses one. 3-4 showing blitz. Quick out left to Rudolph. He was expecting an all-out blitz, but the linebackers stay at home. But it landed on Rudolph's card again. 7-yard pickup. I'm sorry, it landed on Jackson's card again. On the pass to Rudolph, Rudolph's got 5 catches for 40 yards today. All that flat, it looks like. Again, Kamara's such a good guest right runner. He'll pound it with him inside to Kamara, not Keem. The nose tackle, though, makes the play. Loses a yard. Third and 4. It's not third and goal. It's third and 4. You can get a first down at the 1. Three, 4 showing blitz. Inside run to Kamara. Guessed right. Right guard. +4 or +0 doesn't make the block. So he'll set up for a field goal. It'll be 16-6 if he nails this. The value of going up 2 scores is how far outweighs the value of going for it and not converting. Too high of a risk against that good of a defense. 16-6. So took advantage of that short field. One end run to Lamar Jackson. Flat pass to get inside the 10. Then the drive stalls. So Minshew and company will take over on their own 25 after the touchback. 11:06 to go in the third. Time to put a drive together to get points. He's got Mike Davis in there. Tough to have success with Mike Davis as your feature back, but if you have all the other pieces around you, it can work. So NFL Ed using Mike Davis to great effect in Sanspa. Bomb to Marvin Jones, double teamed by the outside linebacker or the free safety. Can't tell. No, it's by the free safety. Hit the interception split on the D card, 2 through 6, 11, and 12. Two tights, 2 wides. Quentin Cephas takes over for Godwin. What's that about? Let's have some long games on this card. Slime to Dawson Knox. Guess right, 3-man in zone. Flushed, 9-yard pickup, 3rd and 1. So we talked a lot about Green Bay's pass rush. Tennessee has T.J. Watt. That's one of their stars. He went up against Dalton Risner on that one. 11 against the 7. And there he goes, full house. So let's look at their defense. Kerry Hyder, 5'10". Daquan Jones, 6'2". Michael Brockers, 5'6". Shaq Thompson's a 5'5", no pass rush. Anthony Hitchens, a 4'4", no pass rush. Kenneth Murray's a 0.53, and T.J. Watt's 4'6", 12'10". Strong safety's a 0. After that, the cornerback's a 0, and the free safety's a 0. So that Bermuda triangle of zeros has been effective today, making passes disappear. Sneak to Minshew, guessed wrong. Linebacker in zone, -1 or +3. And Hitchens, being a 4, couldn't make the play against the wide type 5. So 1st and 10. If you put Murray in there, it would have been stuffed. 5 on a 5. Big 1st down for Green Bay. Screen left to Davis. Guessed wrong, but there is a linebacker there, and it results on the D card. So it seems like a lot of the action when it's guessed. When Tennessee has the ball, they're rolling on their offensive card, and when Green Bay has the ball, they're rolling on the Tennessee defensive card. Of course, there's been large portions of the game where I had to step away, so that just could be my recency bias. It's a 13-yard pickup on a quick slant to Travis Kelce. I'll be right back. That one was on the quarterback's card. All right, we got 3rd and 3 here at the Tennessee 41, 4-down territory, I would imagine. Two tight, two wide, Mike Davis in the game. Strength of that Titans D is up front on their D line for stuff in the run. Go out left to Dawson Knox. Guess right. There's a 4 there, and it's a white die 6. It's going to be 10 yards on a 1st down, and Green Bay is into field goal territory. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Hopefully, that's the last time, and just in time to see a Green Bay touchdown on a must-run by Gardner Minshew. He says, "Yeah, Lamar Jackson can do some must-runs, but I got some too," and he gets it in for the touchdown. I gotta check something real quick. Somebody's offering somebody up. I need some help in 95 in my Tecmo team. So a quick glance at this as the teams get set. With Tennessee leading 16-13, they got the ball now after Green Bay got a much needed touchdown drive. Let's see. DDE surface loss. You just hit enter on those guys. It'll come back. Off tackle left to Justin Jackson, who's in the game. I guess Alvin Kamara needs a rest. He's going to pick up 5 thanks to the offensive onside end. Kyle Rudolph's 4 making the block. So that is Shannon Mitchell. Cobb just got picked. Third and 5. So we had the first down run for 5 and then a second down run. Kamara came back in but couldn't get anywhere. Fly to hit Kenny Galladay being double covered. Defender X plus 27. And when you know it, that double team saved the 27-yard completion. Nice call there by Tom V. There's a punt, 47 yards. And the return is by Kenjon Warner. No return. (16-13) Tennessee. Green Bay with the ball. 1:48 to go in the third quarter. So it's been a little hit and miss with the call here since I've had to go cook for a couple peoples. It is now 7:20 on the West Coast. Screen right to Mike Davis. Nobody's home. It is a pass call. It's going to be guessed wrong on the quarterback's card, though, because there wasn't enough men on the line of scrimmage. A couple of them were plugging run blitz zones. And that'll be 1st and 10 out to the 42. Let's see if there's anybody in the... Oh, there's not. I'm going to go over here. No gain. Guessed right run to Davis. Really, the white die one that shifted things. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. All right, back again. 3rd and 10. So we had a 2-minute zone flat pass. Mike Davis in the backfield. T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Marvin Jones are the receivers. Travis Kelce, the tight end. 3 of those 4 are covered by zeros or 4s. Actually, 4 of those 5, because you count Davis. Slant to Kelce, single cover by 0. He doubled Higgins. It's going to be a jump off. 6 yards, and it'll be 4th and 4. That's the last play of the 3rd quarter. And I imagine he'll punt. Plenty of time left, only down 3. The 44-yard punt, 9-yard return. Kamara in the backfield. How many carries does he have left? And run left to Lamar Jackson. Guessed wrong again. He's got 6 of those left, but the zone is plugged, so instead of a 12-yard pickup, it's a 2-yard loss. It's a 14-yard swing. If my math is correct, and it is. .406 to go. Not much separates these two teams, just like their regular season game. Quick out right to Kyle Rudolph. 5 linebacker there, guessed right. It's going to be a sack and a fumble. Oh, and the offense gets it back. A 40% chance of a sack thanks to Von Bell coming up against Alvin Kamara. It's a 0 pass blocker. The offense is able to jump on it, 3rd and 18. That pass rush is tough to deal with. Matter of fact, let's look at their regular season stats. They had 47 sacks on the regular season for 344 yards lost, and they only gave up 26. Third and 18, 3 wide against a 3-3-5. Jerry Jeudy checks in. He's got some good receiver hits. Maybe he'll try to get a receiver rating. Yeah, plus 18 right there. That would be a first down. Will they pull him back, guarding the long pass? He does. Crossing that into Judy. That's exactly what we're looking for. Needs a receiver reading off of the T cards. And there's going to be flush. It's going to be 7 yards on the flush. And it'll be 4th and 11. Goes to Dan Arnold for that dump off pass. And the Titans will punt. .47-yard punt, 7-yard return. Packers take over at their own 44. I'll take a right to Mike Davis is going to pick up 7 thanks to the Cards block. Andres Pete makes the play. Square into Marvin Jones gets run 2 men there, though. My card, your card, it goes on Minshew's card. 12 minutes to go. Now 11:24 to go in regulation. Shouldn't say in the game. You never know. It could go to overtime. Down to the 40. So Packers field goal kicker. Yeah, we looked at it earlier, 2 through 9 and 12. Oh, no, that was the Titans one. Very similar on 23 to 32, but 33 to 39, this guy, Jason Sanders, he's good 2 through 7, 11 and 12. That's pretty nifty. 11-yard pickup on first down. Guessed right, but nobody was in the zone. So it's 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 29. Packers are in field goal range. Slant to Kelsey. Double covered. So that'll be defender X or short gain will be incomplete. Without the double team there, that's a short gain. Good call by John. Mike Davis in the background, in the backfield. I'll take a right to Mike Davis. Guessed wrong. Nobody there. Picks up 9. So Tom says, don't be disparaging my Mike Davis. He can do some things guessed wrong. It's like one of those Frank Gore type cards where nobody calls a run against him because they don't respect the card too much. They're afraid of it. That's right. That's a -1 pickup. So that's a 10-yard swing right there. Instead of 3rd and 11, we got 3rd and 1. Davis stays in there. Sneak to Minshew. Short to Cephas. Short to Kelsey. Flat to Knox. Lots of possibilities here. He does do quick slant to Kelsey. Guessed wrong. It's a white die 6. Even if there was not a white die 6, it still would have been a first down. It would have been linebacker in zone +1 or +5, and it was a 0 there. So 1st and 10 at the 11. Titans need to tighten up. Mike Davis in the backfield, 2 tights, 2 wides. Green Bay would love to find the end zone and take the lead, take a 4-point lead if the extra point's good. The Titans want to hold them to a field goal chance. 9:18 to go in regulation. Quick out right to Kelsey. Guessed wrong. All those guessed wrong runs, and he decided to guess run this time. That's going to pick up 8. And the quarterback's card guessed right, that would have been 4. So 2nd and 2 at 3. Taking their time here on this call. Off tackle right to Bell. 1 man there, guessed right. It's going to be a 1-yard pickup, 3rd and 1. Inside run to Bell, guessed right, 2 men there. Stuffed for no gain. So will he go for it or will he kick the field goal? That is the question. You're going up against a 3-4 defense. A lot of chances for outs with 2 men in the zone, whether you call run or pass. And the guessed right runners for Green Bay haven't been too convincing so far. So he's going to go for the field goal. This will tie it up, and it's 16-16 with half the 4th quarter to go. Gutless call. Tom calls himself out. It would have been worse if if John had said that to Tom. So, oh, he's going to take it out from 9 yards deep. What? What? On Austin Walters. He was trying to type. I've done that before too. So instead of having it at the 25, you'll have it at the 8. You got to wait. You wait for the break. Forgot to never type on a kickoff. Yes. So typing gutless call actually gained Tom 17 yards of field position in a close game. So self-deprecating humor is sometimes good. Guess wrong button hook. My card's your cards. It goes on the offensive cards for 10 yards. And run left to Jackson with the wrong call. That's going to go nowhere. Guess wrong would have been 5 yards. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do a pick here. Off tackle draw and another run call. Tom's making some nice calls here. It's going to pick up 3 yards because the blocker's still there. But if he would have just ran it without the draw, that's an 8-yard pickup. So it's 3rd and 2 instead of 3rd and 7. Burke, tight end. Now, 3rd and 7 is going to be a correct double team on Alvin Kamara. So 3 really good calls for Green Bay. I mean, premium calls. Amazing. Seven-yard pickup there on a quick out left. White die 6. We are multitasking, folks. Squaring to Marvin Jones is a 0 there. And it's going to pick up 7 on a first down. And now they are in field goal range. 3:36 to go. It's going to take another 3:18. No, 3 minutes. So they could theoretically. Oh, I'm sorry. I I was looking at the wrong field position. The punt. I thought he was at the 38 or whatever of Tennessee, but he was at his own 42. So now he's out to the 46. We're at his own 39. Anyway, my bad, as I'm trying to multitask unsuccessfully. I'm going to make my pick now. All right, now I can focus on the game. 2:24 to go. 5-yard pickup. Offensive onside in, make the block. So all these ratings are coming back to help Green Bay. The really good defensive calls on that last stand. But it's 2nd and 5. He needs to make a stand here. Inside run to Mike Davis. Guessed wrong. Going to pick up 6 and a first down. And now they're inching towards field goal range. So that same scenario that I was talking about is still in play, where Green Bay controls the ball, gets it down inside field goal range, kicks a winning field goal as time runs out. Again, their kicker is the good one. 2 through 7, 11 and 12 out to the 39. They get it inside the 32, it's 2 through 9 and 12. Inside the 22, 2 through 10. So now John needs to step up and make 3 good calls with an underman squad. Remember, he's got 3 zeros, 2 4s, sideline left to Marvin Jones. Oh, he's going to get a break here. Was guessed wrong. It was King Davis, but he gets the bailout 10 roll and loses 4 yards. That's better than that key that he was trying to go for. 2nd and 14 at the 47. So 2 more good rolls or 2 more good calls with good rolls. And he could either get the ball back with a chance to win it himself or at least push it to overtime. Nobody called a timeout on that one. Second and 14. Mike Davis still in the backfield. Who was his other back? I can't even remember now. His first halfback was a little bit more dangerous, I think. Let's take a look at the box score after this play. So many weapons. Kelsey, Knox, Jones, and Godwin. He keeps taking Godwin out for this Quentin Cephas. Try to hit one of his big numbers. He gets a guest run call. Maybe that's the whole point. I don't think he has more hits than Godwin, but he got more yards. Even like on a flat pass guest wrong. Off tackle draw. And it's guessed wrong. Nobody's there. Offensive onside in +5. That's another good block for Travis Kelce. He can catch the ball, which is noted by John as he was double teaming him with a free safety. But he can also throw some blocks. 3rd and 9. Big down here. Again, the clock runs without anybody calling timeout. There's a minute left in regulation. Could we be headed to overtime? The result of this play will go a long way towards telling us whether that's true or not. Goes base, 2 tights, 2 wides, Mike Davis in the backfield. Alfred Morris, that was the dangerous one. He's out of carries, though. Or he's not unlimited here. Quick out right to Kelsey. He's correctly double covered. So now you'll see Tennessee use a timeout. And out comes Jordan Berry to punch it away. Pin in deep. Play for OT. If you had not called timeout there, if I'm Green Bay, I just let the clock run down and take a Hail Mary shot with like 8 seconds left or 15 seconds left, because then he needs to have some luck to get in the field goal range. Calling the timeout. If you go for it here and don't make it, he has plenty of time with 3 timeouts or 2 timeouts to get in there. Okay, we got a coffin corner punt, and it looks like it's going to go into the end zone. And it does. So Kamara's got some big runs. He's got 5 carries left. Nobody else there really is that dangerous. But get him out of bounds, get him one of those edges. 2, 3, that's a game winner right there. Lamar Jackson still has a number of end runs left. What does he have? 2, 3, 4. So you could go end run Jackson. Try to hit one of these big numbers. He hit 30 earlier in the game. End run Kamara. Try to hit a big number. Or throw it deep, thinking he's going to call run. Throw caution to the wind and try to go big and get out of here with the last-minute field goal of your own. So there is some explosion in that Tennessee offense. Curl to Galladay, pass rush coming. Blitz, pass rush coming. He fends it off, 14 yards, and gets out of bounds. Oh, my. Oh, he wasn't trying to get out of bounds. Oh, that's a mistake. Could have saved one of those timeouts. You'll have to use one here. Got to click that little button to get out of bounds. The computer's not going to always suggest it because they're thinking maybe there's not enough time, but that would have been nice to have that timeout in your pocket. Now he's down to 1 timeout left and 37 seconds left. The white die was a 6, so he would have gotten out of bounds. Out of bounds on a 2, 4, or 6. It's out to the 34. The big hits are on the end runs. But he seems to be pulling the pass rushers down. The 3-4 showing blitz. Maybe John just dials it up and goes big. It's a quick out right to Dan Arnold. It's guessed wrong. It's going to get 8 yards. And he gets out of bounds. Yes, he does. So he saved the timeout. Out to the 42. So Tom was sensing that run call, that end run call. It just didn't happen. 2nd and 2, 30 seconds left in regulation. 3-4 showing blitz. 8 yards from midfield. Do we see the in run now on 3rd and 2nd and short? It's crossing Bender to Lockett. 2 guys are coming. The free safety and somebody else. It's a 4, so that does not beat the defender. Here's the 6, so no matter what the goal was, Jair Alexander was going to make that play. 3rd and 2. Four end runs left for Lamar. What's his hit on guessed wrong? If he gets a guessed wrong long pass, he hits on 9 and 10. That put him in field goal range. 2, 3, 9, and 10. 2, 3, he also hit guessed right. Guessed right, if he gets past the pass rush, those must runs could also come into play. Although they're not, you'd have to hit one of those high numbers, 2, 3, or 4. Lots of ifs and buts and candy and nuts here. Which it doesn't even make any sense. Lots of chances for something crazy to go on. Some big hits are still in these dice. Oh, we got somebody in the back. We got Michael. What's up? Feel free to jump in, Michael.
Just enjoying the broadcast, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Yep, this is a good one.
Yeah, looks like we're heading to overtime unless something crazy happens here. Quick out left to Kyle Rudolph. He's going to pick up the first down, but he does not get out of bounds. So he gets just 2 yards, and he'll have to use that the last time out. So 15 seconds left. If he's going to do an end run, if he's going to run in general, he'll have time to spike it if he gets some big yardage to try a last-minute field goal. But remember, Tennessee doesn't have that long-range kicker. His kicker out to the 37 is only good 2 through 4, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so he's 2, 3, 4 from 33 to 39. Oh, it goes out to 39 at least. So let's see. Does he crank it up and try to go deep? If you go deep, you can also spike it. Flat pass, short pass, you have an get out of bounds chance as well as the end run. What would you do here, Michael? What are you going to call?
I think he's going to try an end run here.
Yeah, we saw Tom call end run or call run a few plays ago, and then on that previous drive where he really stuffed Tennessee and pinned them deep. I thought that was going to win the game for him.
Yep.
He actually keyed Lamar Jackson, I think, on an end run. Either way, he had the zone stuffed. It was the perfect set of calls, 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still showing blitz, keeping that pressure on. I too think an end run would be the call, but he's going to go for a fly. He only has one guy coming.
Oh, wow.
Receiver reading incomplete.
Mm.
Now here's the twist. If he goes deep again, you cannot spike the ball on a deep pass. So, like if he would have hit for that 27-yarder, the clock would run out right now. So that changes Green Bay's thinking as they switch from a 3-4 show and blitz to a 3-3-5. Now here's where you definitely want to go and run, because it seems like he's going to pull a guy back, call pass, and yeah, he might bring the outside linebackers, but if it hits on Lamar Jackson's card or Kamara's card on an edge, you can get out of bounds. There's the end run left to Jackson. Hits on the D card, it's a 6, so he will get out of bounds. He'll get one more chance at a Hail Mary, but he's going to lose 2 yards. So no chance at a field goal here. It'll have to be a touchdown or we're going to overtime. So what's been going with you, Michael? You all your leagues are done, right? Because you were the last one was Psalms for you, or
SSFA. They ended with a thud. So yes, they're all done. So I'm just enjoying the summer. A Strat sabbatical.
I like it. Recharge those batteries.
What does with one play left? I mean, I don't want to overthink this or anything, but I don't think that Lamar Jackson's long pass card is any good. Would this be a situation where maybe his backup would be better to throw in there?
You can't do that in the middle of a drive, can you? I can't remember. I think in SSFA you have to do it at the beginning of a drive.
Okay.
So you can't like on third downs bring him in. I could be wrong. Anyway, he goes for a crossing pattern to Judy, trying to hit that long gain on his receiver card. He almost did. Instead, he gets 17 yards and gets out of bounds, which would have put him on the edge of field goal range. But that's the end of the regulation. So maybe he's trying to get that 12, hit the 11. He had a long gain on the receiver reading on 2. He hit 3. So close.
Mm-hmm.
GG. You don't say GG. It's GH because the game ain't over yet, Tom.
Exactly.
It's a good half.
Good regulation.
It is a good game. It is a good game. So you're saying the game has been good so far. I see.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. How did you fare against both of these clubs?
I lost to Green Bay. I didn't play Tennessee. I think that's what it was. Let's take a quick look. Got to close this up momentarily. Yeah, Green Bay I lost to 24-22, and no Tennessee on my schedule.
Okay. I took losses to both clubs.
So we're going to take a bathroom break as they're taking a look at things, but let's take a look at the box score. Green Bay has called a really good game, as has Tennessee. At one point, it looked like the rolls were going a certain way, like always landing on the offensive card. When Tennessee was on the field, and always landing on the defensive card when Green Bay was on the field, but it kind of flipped around and evened out. And if you look at these stats, each team has 240 plus yards. Their third down conversions are 50% for Green Bay, 38% for Tennessee. First downs are similar. Nobody's turned the ball over yet. Will that be a big, the turning point in the overtime? So we shall see. I feel like Green Bay's got the talent advantage, but Tennessee has the cards, because he's got the good pass D card. Maybe that'll come into play. An interception off the D card.
Yeah.
And John has saved 5 carries for Alvin Kamara and 3 carries for Lamar Jackson heading into overtime.
That's an advantage. Now, I hope they fix I think they did for the fourth quarter. They fixed the overtime screw up that was in, I think, the third quarter that Tom and I had that we went into overtime. He kicked the field goal and won the game. And I was like, I don't get the ball.
Yeah, it wasn't that. That was just Ed had the settings wrong.
So he's got them set correctly.
Yeah, he fixed it. Well, we can look at it. So you just got to check this. Rules. And custom rules. We're using the overtime, NFL playoff overtime rules. So we're using the modern overtime rules. So.
Well, good.
So we are good on that aspect.
I had 4 wins this year, but I beat only one playoff team this year. I'm not suggesting my schedule is any harder and easier than anybody else, but when I was looking up at the standings, it's like, oh, yeah, I lost that team there too, and that team as well. But interestingly, beat the Rams.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Nathan's got an interesting team. He's got a lot of 0s and 4s, I think, but he has great pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
So
Prescott got hurt in the game, and I won the game in the second half with Mason Rudolph. So, yeah, miracles do happen.
There you go. I'll be interested to watch what their game's like. The number 1 seed is going to play Jersey Joe, the number 8 seed, but those teams are closer in cards than you think. So we'll see how that plays out.
Uh-huh.
All right, well, here we go. Overtime. Green Bay gets the ball first. Remember, it's not who scores first, but it's who gets a touchdown first or who scores first after each team has possessed the ball. I think is the right way to word it.
Sounds good.
So how are your ratings looking in SSFA for next year?
Good. It'll be a better team, and I need to make some upgrades like wide receiver and stuff like that. But I think the team's going to be really solid. The front line's full of 5s and 6s, secondaries 5s and 6s. It'll be a better year.
Nice. So we had a bomb to Marvin Jones, covered by a 6, but nobody was in the zone, and it turned into a dump off. As the pass rush chance, Kerry Hyder went up against Darrell Williams, and he only had an 8% chance of a sack, and it was a random 44.
Nathan did some nice analysis, I thought, on the board of the ratings this year. He's very intelligent and so good with numbers, and that write-up was excellent.
Yeah, I thought so too. Pointing out the number of outside linebackers, the number of teams that would have to play with a 0 outside linebacker.
Yeah,
that was eye-opening.
Yeah, I've got that issue in Autumn Wind, actually. Now they've moved not only Allen, but also Bosa to outside linebacker. So that really messes me up, I'm afraid. There's no choice but to go with a 3-4. But anyway, that's for another day.
So there's a guessed wrong short pass. Look at Minshew's short pass card. That's why Green Bay, you think, oh, he's got Minshew as a quarterback. Minshew's got a dang good card, and he threw to his max receiver. In that second half, you saw a lot of runs by Green Bay because Tennessee was calling a ton of pass. So now they've shifted up on the last couple of drives, but they got burnt on that one. So 1st and 10 out to the 41. It always ramps up the nervousness when you're in overtime. Like everything's amplified.
Mm-hmm.
One run call and a short pass could lead to a Quentin Cephas long gain on his receiver card. So you don't want to ignore the runs, but you don't want to call him too much. Off tackle right to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who checks into the game. I think this is the first time he's run the ball. Guess wrong. That's a nice guess wrong card. We need to see more of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'd play him over Mike Davis. Maybe let's look at those rankings that Ed puts out. I'm wondering how he has them. Second and 5. Three, 4, up against 2 tights, 2 wides. Slant to Dawson Knox, guessed right, covered by a 4, and it hits a blank on Minshew's card. So calling it right there, big. That's huge. It sets up 3rd and 5.
Yep.
So Clyde Edwards-Helaire is the 54th ranked running back. Mike Davis is, according to Ed, his little rankings, is the 34th. So using Davis looks to be the right call. But I guess I'm remembering Clyde Edwards-Helaire's success in the NFL. He seems like a more dynamic runner, but in this card set, maybe not. I don't know.
No, I seem to recall that his card was pretty underwhelming. Like on a 7 and an 8, it wasn't there just like a 3 and a 5 guessed wrong.
But remember, Ed's rankings is only looking at off tackle.
Right.
So fly to Chris Godwin, covered by a 0. Big play here, 3rd and 5. D card could be dangerous. It's a dump off. 10 yards still, though. 1st down.
Take it.
Yeah. He's into Titan territory.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this pass rush test was Kerry Hyder against Darrell Williams. You never know who you're going to play in the playoffs, but it's a good thing we don't allow this. But if it was allowed, you'd rather have Hyder over there against the 6'4" Morgan Moses. Instead, it's the 6 pass rush Michael Brockers up against the 4. That's still better than the 5 against the 10 against the 7.
Right.
7's just shut everything down. Was it 18% chance of a sack, and it was a random 19. So it was closer than I thought.
Yep.
Button hook to Edwards-Helaire. He would have been guessed wrong on the receiver card because the linebacker assigned to coverage had moved, but he went on the quarterback's card on a 6. So 4 yards, 2nd and 6. You want to stop him here and have a 3rd and containment play. But what is he going to do? If he's going to run, you can call run landed on Edwards-Helaire's card for 0 or no gain pretty easily. But if he's passing, you don't want Minshew's guessed wrong passing card to get into play. So this is the beauty of Strat, the true cat and mouse type situation.
Might see an off tackle run here. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but will he call run? And then if he calls run, will he regret it? Quick out left to Kelsey, double teaming Kelsey. That is a amazing call.
Yep.
Stops him and sets up that 3rd and contain, like I was saying. That would have been a 4-yard pickup and set up 3rd and 2. Guessed right. And instead we have 3rd and 6.
You have a pretty good kicker.
He is. Green Bay's kicker is good out to the 39. So he is like kind of sort of in field goal range if he gets the adjustment. But if you miss it in overtime at this field position, you're giving your opponent a good chance to drive down and get his own field goal.
Yeah.
So here we go. Mike Davis is back in the game. 3-3-5 showing blitz. We saw him go deep to Godwin on the last third down. It was 3rd and 7, I think, or 3rd and 10. I can't remember. But
what's his
Kelsey,
inside linebacker's run rating? Do you mind?
It is a 4.
He could potentially break contain there with an off tackle.
He's got TJ Watt, who hasn't really had much impact on the game. So maybe you go all out blitz here? I don't think so. The free safety is a 0-0-0. So if you have that, you're either going to double team with him or blitz him. What would you call on offense?
Well, I know that it sounds like a give up play, but if he has a good kicker here, now he's out of field goal range. If he does like an off tackle draw maybe here, and if he gets stopped with the contain, at least he gets a shot at a field goal.
It's a bomb to Higgins, 0 minute zone, but it hits the interception split, and Tennessee takes over.
Wow.
Let's see if they return it. As long as they don't fumble it back, they do try to return it, but no yards. At least, you know how it is. Like the animation doesn't always show us what happened, but it looks like that time it was accurate. Akilo Witherspoon with a huge interception. The first turnover of the day. Minshew's been a great game manager so far, 27 of 39 for 205 yards in that pick. It's kind of like a short punt, so maybe it's not so bad.
At least it's deep and
quick out left to Rudolph. 6 white die is going to pick up 9 out to the 19. Now remember, a field goal wins it now.
Both
score. Teams have had the ball in offense. First score wins it.
Yep. How's your summer been, Dennis?
Pretty good.
All right.
Been keeping busy with the kids. They're both college classes as high schoolers, the 2 youngest ones. So my oldest son's working full time as a nurse now.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
He's got COVID now for the 2nd time. When you work in the public health sphere, you're gonna.
Wow.
So he's isolating.
At least the cases are milder.
Yeah, and he's vaccinated and everything. Quarterback sneak to Lamar Jackson's going to pick up 3. Love that call. He's going to save his end runs and set it up for. The worst thing you could do there is go deep and get sacked, and now it's 3rd and long. 16-16 in overtime of this quarterfinal SSFA playoff game from the 2020 card set. The Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. Titans are the higher seed, but the Packers have more talent. But both teams are really strong. Square into Lockett. First time we've seen a target to Lockett, and it's a good opportunity as the zone's empty. He still gets right on his receiver cards. Only going to pick up 6. 2nd and 4. I should say that they have more defensive talent. I guess the talent on offense is, leans towards Tennessee with Lamar Jackson over Gardner Minshew. But both of them have good runners and good targets. I like Kamara as the best halfback in this set. Oh, he can run Alfred Morris now. I don't know if he knows that. The Green Bay coach Tom, in overtime, it kind of resets. Button up to Kamara. Ooh, it hits on the defensive card, but not on the interception split. It'll be 3rd and 4. But yeah, let's see how many runs he has for Morris. I don't know if he knows that. There are overtime rules, for a guy who's 15 to 99 carries, you can run him anytime in overtime. Morris has 11 carries. I bet you he has a couple, even if they're fatigued, one or two unfatigued, and then a couple fatigued that would be effective. We haven't seen that yet. 3rd and 4, Kamara in the backfield. He's been calling run a lot in these spots, even though he's showing blitz or bringing the whole house. So I like either a run or a flat pass here for Mr. Madden. What would you call? Offense.
I would call a run, no doubt.
Maybe even a draw. It's a run to Kamara. Guessed wrong, but there's a man there. My card, your card. Hits the short gain on Kamara's card. So that's going to be 1st down and 10 out to the 42. 8:24 to go in the first overtime.
That's just a solid guessed wrong card. You know what I mean? Like everything on there looks nice. It's not like one of those crazy weighted top and bottom cards, but just good pickups everywhere.
Yeah, and I think he is like the best guessed right runner in the set too. Crossing under Lockett, covered by a 6, guessed wrong. 3-minute zone hits the plus 14 on Lockett's max card. Not a lot of long gains there, but if you get him guessed wrong, he's going to catch it 30 out of 36 times. So Lamar Jackson, 23 of 32 for 206. He's kind of been a game manager. He did have a 30-yard run on an end run earlier. But now they're in Green Bay territory. They need to get to the 32 to have a chance for a decent field goal. Time doesn't really matter here. If they get to the end of the 5th quarter, it just rolls over. You don't lose possession or kick off or anything. Screen left to Kamara, 2 in there. Guessed wrong. My card, your card. Goes on the quarterback's card. Receiver reading, guessed wrong, 9 yards. It's getting closer, down to the 35.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the lower yardage hits. That could have been 11 yards or more pretty easily. 2nd and 1. Now you got to pound away. Sneak to Jackson or a linebacker to Kamara right here. It's an inside run to Kamara. 2 men are there, though, on the D card. Linebacker in right zone. -1 or +3, but he can't make the play. Deion Jones is a 4. His linebacker partner, Tony Reeder, they're both 4s against the run. So no matter which one it would have tested, it would have failed the test with that white die 5. We're at the 32-yard line. We're at the good field goal range. But, of course, it's too easy to get adjusted out of it. So he wants to get a few more yards. Doesn't want to get sacked. That's the worst thing that can happen. Inside run to Kamara. He was bringing the heat, the free safety and 2 linebackers. It's a +5. Now he's out of the adjustment range. Now he's just trying to get into, we'd like to get down to the 12-yard line, ideally. Let's look at the card real quick. Two through 10, 13 to 22. 2 through 9 and 12, 23 to 32. Just keep it on the ground here. You got like a 80% chance of winning the game, could go up to a 90% chance. Hey, why don't you take over for a little bit? I got to go check something.
Sure. There's a nice pickup, moving closer there. First down run. Pickup of 5 on the place, and now they are looking pretty solid here in field goal range. It's a 40-yarder from this distance. So Green Bay probably has to start taking some chances here, maybe hitting on some keys. I don't believe that Kamara has too high a fumble chance. Now they're bringing everybody on this play.
It's a 10-yard pickup. That's going to take it down to 2 through 10 range. And he doesn't mind using up Kamara's carries now. He's inching towards 100 yards, 20 for 95. I don't know if he'd stop and kick a field goal now because he's 2 through 10 or if he's just going to keep on running. I hate kicking a field goal on first downs. That's one of my superstitions.
Oh, yeah? No kidding. Yeah.
I've had too many where I get in the range and then I roll an 11 or 12.
Does he have to get all the way down to, he's already at 10, so he wouldn't get to 11 or 12 until he gets to the 2?
Yeah, he'll just try to run it because Kamara's minimum fumble and Jackson's a minimum snap fumble. Run it until he gets to 4th down and then kick the field goal because he could run it into the end zone. Off tackle left to Kamara. It's a short yardage defense. Picks up 3 still. He could just go ahead and kick the field goal now.
Right.
But I would imagine he might run it a couple more times just to see if he can get it in. But I imagine if you roll a 1 out of 1,000 snap fumble, and you're not going to get a better field goal chance.
No, I guess that's true.
But you don't want to roll that 11. So I think just run it with Kamara over and over again, maybe even Jackson up the middle. in case he's keying him. He's keeping it with Kamara. It's going to be another 3-yard pickup because those inside linebackers are 4s. So I mean, like if he would roll a 7 right now, that would be a 5-yard pickup on a linebacker. So he can get 5 on a 7. He could get 4 on a 5. 4 on a 4. There's a lot of chances they pick up the first down. Well, I'd say a lot of chances. Probably like 30%. That's not counting the halfback's card.
And he has a good guess right card. Right.
Okay, so now you'll see the field goal chance 2 through 10. He gets nowhere. Joey Sly comes in to win it for the number 4 seeded Titans. Kick is up. Humana.
Yeah.
Kick is good. It's 6. 2 through 10 was good, and he got what he needed.
Nice drive, 85 yards. So.
Yep, huge drive, and that is a really good team you just knocked out of the playoffs. Lots of talent. Tom Coach did a hell of a job. Like I said, he beat me in the regular season. I didn't know what to do with that team. Let's see, where's that?
Yeah, you said as we were winding it down about one turnover could make the difference, but when the turnover's so deep in the other end, you're just hoping that it's not going to come back to bite you. So that's a really impressive 85-yard drive right off the bat there in OT. Yeah,
Green Bay took a 24-0 lead against me, and I needed to recover a couple of onside kicks to make it a 24-22 game. But he kicked my butt. I mean, let's be honest. Although he only had 10 first downs. That's weird. I did have 200 yards more of offense. I don't remember, but I do. Oh, because I had a couple missed field goals, and then he sacked the heck out of me. 6 sacks on Russell Wilson. So that was a problem. I got a lot of yards, but I gave up a sack fumble, threw a pick, and missed some field goals. So it would have been interesting to play that one again. But it'll be the Titans moving on, and they're always tough to play. Even with lesser talent, you saw that they got 12 wins, and they picked up a playoff win. So, Michael, any last words?
Are you a bigger Seattle fan or a Russell Wilson fan?
Oh, I'm Seattle, bigger Seattle fan, but it's two separate things really, because in the NFL I'll root for my Seahawks, but for Strat-O-Matic I have so many shares of Russell Wilson that I'm still a Russell Wilson fan. They're not mutually exclusive.
Right.
The Seahawks made a mistake trading him away.
I only asked because I was wondering if there were any franchise relocations in your plan.
Oh, I never changed teams. No. I never changed teams. I'll never stop being a Seahawks fan. I don't care if they go on a 10-year losing streak.
Yep.
I'm loyal through thick and thin. If I didn't jump ship, in the 90s under Tom Flores, and the Kelly Stafford, Dan McGuire, Rick Meyer era, and I ain't leaving. So, but I do want Russell Wilson to do good. I'm not going to be rooting for the Broncos, but I will be rooting for Russ.
Yeah, he's going to have a really, really good cast around him. So it'll be fun. Football isn't coming quick enough, that's for sure. But should be interesting. So, but thanks for letting me join on the broadcast. I appreciate it.
Yeah, next time tell me when you're there. I don't know how long you're watching silently, but let me know. I'd love to have you.
Okay, buddy.
All right, and hopefully you can jump in and call some of these games as we get down to the end, because I'm not sure I'll be able to call them all. But
yeah, I'll start looking at the board and seeing what people want to do. I appreciate it, man.
Perfect. All right. Congratulations, John. Great season, Tom, and we'll see you guys in the next one.